Have you ever stared up at the night sky and felt a tiny, creeping sense of dread? Like something vast and ancient is staring back? If so, you've already had a taste of Lovecraftian horror. Today, we're diving deep into the abyss with the Lovecraft creature Iceberg. We'll start with the more familiar terrors lurking just beneath the surface and descend into the crushing, mind-bending depths of true cosmic horror. So buckle up, grab your sanity, and let's begin our descent. At the very tip of our iceberg, we have the creatures that even casual horror fans might recognize. These are the deep ones. Imagine humanoid fish-frog creatures hopping along the misty shores of a decaying New England town. That's Innsmouth for you. They worship ancient sea gods, Dagon and Hydra, and they have a particularly unsettling plan for intermingling with humanity. They're physical, they're grotesque, and you can definitely fight them. But their existence hints at a much larger, darker world hidden beneath the waves. They are the perfect entry point, a tangible threat that whispers of deeper, more abstract fears. Just below the deep ones, we find the Shoggoths. Now things start to get weird. Picture a massive, amoeba-like blob of iridescent black goo, covered in shifting, self-forming eyes and mouths. Originally created as mindless slaves by an ancient alien race, the Shoggoths eventually developed consciousness and rebelled. They are formless, terrifyingly intelligent, and can mimic any shape or voice. Their signature cry, Tekali, is enough to send shivers down your spine. Shoggoths represent a loss of control, the fear of our own creations turning against us, and the horrifying idea of life without a fixed form. They're a classic for a reason. Let's go a bit deeper. Here we encounter the Mi-Go, the fungi from Yuggoth. These aren't your typical aliens. They're crustacean-like creatures with leathery wings and a strange, buzzing voice. They come to Earth from the edge of our solar system not to conquer, but to mine for rare minerals. What makes them truly unnerving is their bizarre science. The Mi-Go can surgically remove a human brain, place it in a metal cylinder with nutrient solution, and attach devices that allow it to see, hear, and speak. The brain can then travel through the vacuum of space, visiting alien worlds, forever detached from its body. This is a special kind of body horror, a clinical detached violation of what it means to be human. Now we're plunging into the darker, colder waters of the iceberg. Here we find the Great Race of Yith. These beings aren't physically imposing. In fact, their original cone-shaped bodies are long extinct. Their power lies in their minds. The Yithians mastered time travel, not with a machine, but by swapping their consciousness with beings from any era, past or future. So a Yithian might suddenly inhabit your body, while your mind is flown back millions of years into its alien form. They do this to study history, to build their infinite library of all knowledge. The horror here is subtle. It's the violation of your innermost self, your mind, your memories, used as a temporary vessel by an utterly alien intellect. You are nothing more than a book to be read and then put back on the shelf. As we sink further, the pressure builds and reality starts to fray. We meet the Hounds of Tindalos. These creatures aren't from our dimension of curves and circles. They exist in the angles of time. If you mess with time travel or dabble in forbidden knowledge, you might attract their attention. They can materialize through any corner, any angle in a room, as long as it's less than 120 degrees. They are lean, hungry, and relentless. The only way to escape them is to surround yourself with curves. The hounds represent a fundamental incompatibility between our reality and another, a predator that hunts not through space, but through the very geometry of our existence. They are the universe's immune system, and we are the infection. Now we're in the abyssal zone. The light is gone. Here, we don't just find creatures, we find gods. Welcome to the outer gods and the great old ones. People often mix them up, so let's clarify. The great old ones, like the infamous Cthulhu, are powerful ancient alien beings who came to Earth long ago. Cthulhu himself sleeps in his sunken city of Laya, his dreams beaming out and influencing sensitive minds, driving artists and madmen with visions of cosmic chaos. He's a priest to something even greater, but he's tangible, a godlike entity that could, theoretically, be seen, even if the sight would shatter your sanity. Beneath the great old ones are the outer gods. These are not creatures in any sense we can understand. They are living embodiments of cosmic principles. The most famous is Yog-Sothoth, the blind idiot god who slumbers at the center of the universe. Yog-Sothoth is the source of all reality, which is merely a part of its endless, chaotic dream. It is kept asleep by the maddening piping of lesser gods, because if Yog-Sothoth were to awaken, the universe, and everything in it, would simply cease to exist, like a dream upon waking. There is no malice here, no grand plan. We are simply an accidental byproduct of a sleeping god's nightmare. This is the ultimate expression of cosmic indifference. And now, at the absolute bottom, in the crushing, lightless void, we find the most terrifying concept of all. Here we have Yog-Sothoth. Yog-Sothoth is not a creature, not a god in a specific location. Yog-Sothoth is the location. He is the gate and the key. He is coterminous with all of time and space. He knows where the old ones have been, where they are now, and where they will go. He is the past, present, and future, all at once. To interact with Yog-Sothoth is to interact with all of reality itself. The horror of Yog-Sothoth is the horror of omniscience. He is the embodiment of forbidden knowledge, the answer to every question. But to even glimpse that truth is to be utterly and irrevocably destroyed, not by an attack, but by the sheer scale of understanding. It's the realization that you are not just a dust mote in the cosmos. You are a fleeting thought within an infinite, all-encompassing mind. From the shores of Innsmouth to the center of infinity, the creatures of Lovecraft aren't just monsters. They are personifications of our deepest existential fears. Fear of the unknown, fear of our own insignificance, fear that the universe is not just hostile, but utterly indifferent to our existence. The true horror isn't the tentacle or the fang. It's the chilling realization that our understanding of reality is a fragile illusion, ready to shatter at any moment. Thanks for taking this terrifying journey with me down the Lovecraftian iceberg. If you enjoyed this descent into madness, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which cosmic entity terrifies you the most. Stay curious, and maybe don't stare too long into the abyss.